Dreams, dreams, dreams. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Dove Love Quincus Morea from the YouTube audio library. This is Dove Love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome each and every one of you. We are going to talk about dreams interpretation. That's right. Dream interpretation as it pertains to the marriage, not only for dreams, but also for visions, also for what we see in waking life so many times when we are walking, when we are driving, wherever we are. Welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining in to this live. We're going to be talking about dreams and interpretations as it pertains to marriage and the marriage symbols specifically. Where are you watching from? How are you doing today? I just want to share a little bit about some dreams I had myself as it pertains to the marriage promise, the wedding, whatever you want to call it, the crown, the ring, all of that. And sometimes we have dreams and visions, or we see something, colors, numbers, and you always wonder, what does this mean? First, I want to welcome each and every one of you. And again, my name is Shifrah Yocheved Israel. I am here to bring something of priceless value to each and every one of you, not to take anything at all away from you. I am here as your encourager to encourage you. It's always free to be in this place and space. It doesn't cost you anything other than your time. So please like, share, subscribe, comment, and connect. shifrahyochevedyisrael at gmail.com. And first, I want to talk to you today about some signs I saw today myself. And you can't make this up. They're just things that actually happen, and we cannot ignore it. We cannot overlook it. So today I happened to see on a license plate the number 2222. So it's four twos, 2222. And I know who drives this vehicle. This person is not a stranger to me, one of my neighbors. So it's interesting. But at the same time, in a different direction, I saw another license plate with 7777 on it. That's right. And numbers have significance, numbers have meanings. And as you know, in the Hebrew language, numbers translate into words. So I'm definitely going to go and look up exactly what those numbers mean, because it's different depending on how many numbers, because 222 is different than 2222. It's not the exact same meaning, even though it may be similar. So this may be of interest to you. Perhaps you've been seeing certain numbers, colors. You've been seeing purple, white, pink, whatever it is. You may be seeing an array of colors, but I'm telling you, this background is intentional because I want you to see the heart, and I want you to see what is in this bowl, which is so incredible to me because my mother used to love to decorate the house when we were little. She would decorate every week, every day almost something different, which is interesting. And then you have the candles. Of course, these are not real candles that are burning, but a lot safer. And then you just don't have all that smoke in the background. But perhaps you like colors, you like numbers, you may be seeing names. So there's so many different signs and symbols. You can see them in waking life as you go about your day in the natural realm, or you can see them in dreams and visions. And then there are times you may see it through an advertisement, license plates, the clock, which is the time, on the calendar. All of this has great significance. And we are going to dig deeper. We're going to dive into the interpretation of what it actually means when we dream and have visions about marriages, weddings, crowns, robes, rings, all of that royal wedding signs and symbols. Exactly what does this mean, and what is it speaking to us specifically, because it may not be the exact same for every person. So we're going to dive into it, but first I'm going to share with you briefly a dream I had. And in the dream, it wasn't actually a wedding. There were people that I knew, and then there were people that I didn't know. So there was definitely a big group of people there, and it was some kind of celebration. We don't always know all of the details because dreams can be a little mysterious, on the mysterious side. So we need to know and understand those symbols that we see in the dreams or the visions so we can have a deeper level of understanding. But of course, visions have much more clarity than dreams do. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk about how we are going to uncover, unveil these dreams and know what it means, because we need to know the definitions of words. That's one thing, because sometimes when we are the puzzles together, when it comes to what is a mystery and we need that revelation, we need to be sure that we have the understanding of what the words mean, what the colors mean, what the numbers mean, because all of it is very important. So I'd like to welcome you to this session, this live session, which is we're talking about dreams and visions. That's right, we're talking about the dreams and the visions. And the title of this particular live is Irreplaceable Connections, Dreams and Visions, the Signs and the Symbols. Welcome each and every one of you, and it's very important for us to be open to the spiritual and practical aspects of dream interpretation. So we need to be aware and open minded to the spiritual and practical aspects of it. So I want to give you some key points. Marriage and dreams or visions. The symbolism. Marriage often represents covenant, union, commitment, or preparation for a new season. It could be a new calling and intimacy into commitment. And as we know, one of the greatest symbols, one of the most popular symbols for marriage and weddings is the engagement ring and the wedding ring. Because what woman doesn't want to have a ring? Let's just be honest about it. Someone might say, "Well, I don't want the ring. I'm tired of waiting or whatever." And then if you really see that rock and it's the rock that you want, if it's that carrot, and it's all trimmed up nicely, perhaps you may change your mind about desiring to have that ring. But the ring is only a symbol. What is more important is the hearts of the two people being united together in this marriage relationship, in this covenant relationship. Visions of marriage. So dreams are more like night messages, and visions are more of day revelations. Visions can confirm what dreams reveal or highlight deeper truths. That's right, they can highlight deeper truths. Example: seeing oneself clothed in white can symbolize purity, readiness, or spiritual preparation. And clarity: marriage symbols in waking life, or marriage signs in waking life. I believe in waking life is more of a sign. It's a sign that's going to point you to something that you need to know. Sometimes daily life gives signs and confirmations through conversations, numbers, repeated symbols. Dreams connect us with real experience. Dreams can connect us with real experiences like rings, weddings, covenantal imagery. Practical wisdom, discerning timing, alignment, and readiness in these real relationships. A diamond showing reflection, refraction, brilliance, and covenant value. Could also be a crown. A crown is a wonderful sign or symbol. Let's bring it all together because it doesn't take too long at all to put the pieces together and connect the dots when it comes to the dreams and the visions. Marriage dreams connect to covenant, purpose, and reflection of love, both divine and human or natural. I like to encourage all of you to pay close attention to the dreams you have, the visions, and waking signs. It would be good for you to get a notebook and a pen or paper. If you get a pen, get definitely get an erasable pen in case you need to make corrections so that you can write it down as you see it, so then you won't forget or want, oh, what did I just see? Because sometimes we can lose it even when we just saw it. We can actually see it with our eyes, and then a few minutes later we're searching to figure out what it was because we don't remember it. So we need to write it down and not leave it to memory so that we can have it, so we can reflect on it later, so that we can research it and find out exactly what it is that is speaking to us at that moment, in that season, and in that time. We have to know the seasons and times. And in conclusion, I like to encourage you to write down your dreams and look for the patterns, look for similarities. I like to invite you to reflect on whether the dreams that you have align with waking life and deeper spiritual lessons. I hope this definitely gave you some enlightenment and some encouragement at the same time, and some hope so that you could understand your dreams and your visions a little bit better, and the signs that you see when you are awake through various methods. And I want you to appreciate and cherish the beauty of covenant relationships. Think about the sunset over the water, how it reflects union and peace and tranquility. It's so priceless, it's so amazing. So, I'm going to share with you at least one dream that I had myself, and then I'm going to share with you a little bit more about the interpretation of dreams as it relates directly to marriage and wedding rings. This is an interesting excerpt that I would like to read to you. This is not what I wrote. This is not me. This is from someplace else from research. And this is what this excerpt says. Dreams about weddings and rings generally symbolize commitment, new beginnings, or the unification of different aspects of your life or personality. I'll repeat it one more time. Dreams about weddings and rings generally symbolize commitment, new beginnings, or the unification of different aspects of your life or personality. The specific meaning can vary depending on your personal context. A ring can represent a vow, but the ring's condition versus shiny or broken, or your feelings in the dream, joy versus anxiety, provide crucial clues to whether it signifies a positive transition or a warning about a weakening bond or goal. I'll repeat that part one more time. The specific meaning can vary depending on your personal context. A ring can represent a vow, but the ring's condition, shiny versus broken, or your feelings in the dream, joy versus anxiety, provide crucial clues to whether it signifies a positive transition or a warning about a weakening bond or goal. Common interpretations of wedding dreams. Commitment and union. Dreaming of a wedding often symbolizes a deeper commitment to another person, a relationship, a new stage or phase of life. Hi, how are you doing? Is your name Santa? Sana. I hope I'm saying it right. Sana, thank you for joining. How are you? And some other interpretations of wedding rings in dreams can be a symbol of devotion. A ring represents devotion, timelessness, and an eternal bond, whether to a person, a project, or a personal goal. Success and prosperity. A shining ring can be a hopeful sign for your relationship, career, or your financial future. And then there's so many other key components. And there's so many different translations and interpretations, but I just wanted to share a few of them with you so you have some point of reference. And of course, many people like dream books. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're enjoying this live. So, then I want to share with you a little bit more about dreams and some excerpts, and then we'll close out. Dreaming of diamond rings. While modern associations of diamond rings with engagements and weddings are common traditional throughout cultures, the symbolism of the ring given at the marriage ceremony is the tradition where there is just an or ordinary gold band or something more simplistic. The symbolic meaning, the unbroken circle of the ring represents eternity and the unending bond of marriage. In dream interpretation, although diamonds are not part of the traditional have symbolic meaning, diamonds can represent strength, purity, and clarity. A dream featuring a diamond ring might signify a desire for these qualities in a relationship, or it could symbolize future prosperity and financial success. Yes. So there's a lot that we can discover when it comes to the interpretation of marriage and weddings and dreams. And I'm going to share quickly a dream that I had. It was a lot of people there that I knew, and it was some kind of celebration. I didn't know what it was. I'm not sure if it was a wedding or not. It seemed like it would be, there were like two women there specifically that I know, one that I'm very close to that I've known for years, and we always are talking about weddings and marriages and everything like that. And she got married recently, but she was there. Another lady that I know that is already married, been married for quite some time, was there, and it seemed like it was a wedding about to take place. And I'm not sure exactly if it was me getting married, if it really was a wedding gonna take place or an engagement party, but it was some kind of celebration and it was over the top. It was at this very venue, and I mean, a lot of people were coming, and there were people there that were like, I don't know what you call them, but anyway, people were there. I mean, it was really interesting. But I don't really know what if it really was a wedding specifically, but it was definitely some kind of celebration. That was obvious. It was some type of celebration because one of the ladies that was there that was acting as the concierge, she told me that a certain woman did RSVP and she would be coming, that she did respond and said that she would be coming. And then I saw her coming in, and I thought it was very interesting. But anyway, more so, I see the signs in waking life as it pertains to what could be classified as wedding or marriage symbols or signs. Some insight, give you a positive perspective on love and marriage and romance. And just so you know, I actually looked up the number 7777 before, and it actually means marriage covenant. But I will definitely be sure to find that so that I can post that. Please pay attention to the post and the shorts because there are times where it's definitely going to give you something that is of value, that may be something that you may benefit from. So, thank you so much for joining in the live. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and connect. And again, blessings to each and every one of you. Hold on to your dreams, hold on to your visions. Whatever you see, be sure that you write the vision. Be sure that you speak the positive words over your life and be an encourager to yourself and others. And until next time, shalom, salutations, blessings, and have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, or night. And this is Dove Love from the YouTube audio library.